Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today, I thought we would try out a new game. Not that it has come out recently, I think it came out in 2019, but it is called Islanders. And with my experience, you may have trouble finding this game because if you just do like a Google search or something, because there is a hockey team named the Islanders. So it may be a little tricky. It might not be so tricky anymore now that it has been out for a couple of years, but just wanted to bring some attention to it. As one of my favorite games to just hop into for, you know, 30 minutes or so while you're sitting in the coffee shop or doing something like that. It's a relaxing, like kind of city placement, city builder type game where you're just trying to get the highest score. As you can see, I do not have that high of a score for the online world, but it's fun nevertheless. I want to go ahead and give credit where credit is due. This was developed by Grizzly Games, and from what I understand, these individuals were finishing up a degree for game design or something similar, and this was kind of like their project, and I think it turned out really well. So let's go ahead and jump into a new game and see. Let's go with high score mode, and let's see how well we can do. So the way this works is we have this little island, and we can build on these as well. And that's kind of like a little obelisk thing that starts on every island statue. And we want to get this meter filled up so we can go to the next island and hop on over there. We need to get this amount of score in order to unlock the next plus sign that'll give us more buildings to place. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with a seaweed farm. Seems pretty easy. And so the way this works is all of these buildings get bonuses for being placed next to each other. So seaweed farm obviously needs to go out in the ocean. We're gonna go ahead and place, which one gets more of a bonus? I think it works out to be the same in whichever order you place it. So we will go ahead and place that there and place the other one there and get some bonus points. And just like that, we have unlocked our next pack. And we don't have too much room, so I don't want to dedicate too much to farming, but we also don't have too many trees, and they all are near our statue, which usually gives a bonus to the houses, like houses and mansions. So we'll go ahead and do the farming pack and just kind of section off an area over here. Make sure that okay, that can be placed there. We'll go ahead and put this right about there and start placing these fields around it. We'll make sure to get as many bonus points as we can. And so as you can tell, with already 2 packs placed, let's go ahead and do a city. We're about halfway up to our next island, so the first island really isn't that hard at all. Let's put a city center right about here somewhere, so we can get houses and mansions all around it. I don't want to cut down our trees yet, just in case we have to do something else with them. And you can tell already we only placed 3 from that pack, and we are already able to unlock our next pack. So let's go ahead and do that. And we still don't have too many trees, but I think that we might end up needing this eventually. Still gonna put it off for a little bit while longer and get some brewers, some breweries around here. And these can be placed on the sand. The hops can be grown on, you know, the grassy area or the sand, but not the rocky cliffs. And so I'm gonna go ahead and put this over here. Seems like a good spot. Oh, this is a seaweed farm we got somewhere along the way. Go ahead and place this guy over here. Come back over here and put our ops fields in. There we go. And now we need to get back to placing some houses. Let's go ahead and put our mansions up here. They can live the high life and act like they are better than all those common folks with just the regular houses. Oh, the backwards. Okay, the mansions have the low land for some reason on our island, which is totally fine. There's not like a elevation bonus or anything like that. Let's go ahead and get the next pack going. And since I keep doing it to us, let's go ahead and do this lumber mill, the lumberjack and the sawmill before we lose all of our trees. So the tricky thing is that some of these buildings start to be in competition with each other. So if you put another lumberjack too close to this one, then it's actually negative points even though they have to both be near trees. And they both want to be near a sawmill, so you gotta kind of figure that out too. Now, we've already unlocked our next island, but we can keep playing on this one until we get stuck somewhere. So I think I'll go ahead and place down just a few more things. And then we can go ahead and move on to the next island just because I don't want to take up too much time while showing you as much of the game as I can. And if you like it, okay, so here's a good example. You don't want to place these seaweed farms too close to each other because it's negative 24 points if they're too close. But you do want them to overlap in their seaweed patches like that. So if we place it just right, we get a bunch of bonus points. But like I was saying, I want to be able to show you as much as I can in a short amount of time to give you a really good feel for what's going on in this game, and hopefully you'll want to check it out too because it is a really cool game. I think they did a really good job with it. Love the visuals, love just kind of this art style and design, super peaceful, and it just keeps going and going until your island's all filled up. So let's go ahead and move on. We're going to start our expedition. We'll continue on to Mysterious New Island. There's no way to come back to this current island, but we keep our score and we keep building on it. So let's go. Alright, so as you can tell, we kept our score. Our island meter is now nothing again, and we have to start off with a new pack. So let's take a minute, check out this island. Got a nice little archway right there. We got this is a gold vein, which you gotta get well, I wouldn't say high score, but you have to progress through several different packs. So let's go ahead and kick it off with some farming this time. I think I'll section off this area for some farming. In the past I've done it on here, and unfortunately I don't remember if the islands are different every single time. I don't remember if the islands are different every single time or if you go through the same ones over and over. I think there is, differences. This won't always be your second island. I think I would have noticed that, but obviously there is not an unlimited amount of islands. So we haven't had bricks yet, and bricks, I believe, have to be placed in the sand. So we've got the sand pit to dig up the sand and then the brickyard. It's similar to what's going on with the sawmill and the lumberjack. So all of these sand pits need to be next to a brickyard in order to get bonus points, but they can't be next to each other. So we're going to want to have our brickyard somewhere kind of in the middle here. And then we're going to want to have our sand pits as far away from each other as they can while still touching the yard. Go ahead and put it right there. And we'll put the other one over here for now. Yeah. Then we got some more fields. So let's go ahead and add these. I don't want to get rid of that rock yet, but I know that soon we will probably need to. And even those little flowers there, I think they're flowers. They seem to pop away when we got too close. Those are definitely flowers, but they even play a role with some buildings. So we have our field, we have bricks. Time for a city. So here's our statue that gives bonus points, and we always get a city center. This time, where should we put it? There's a lot of trees there. There's a fair amount of trees here. I think I will start our city center. Well, let's just do it down here. Because this island is so sectioned, we'll probably end up building in different areas. Like, we have some cliff dwellers over here, and go ahead and put our mansions near the city center. And it's a little bit like Tetris with the houses, which is always fun. So now see, we have this other sand pit, and we're gonna have to probably sacrifice somewhere if we want to get it close to that lumberyard, which, you know, it adds 3 for being close, but it takes away 3 from being next to another sand pit. So if we move it out here, we still make the same amount of points. So, you know, as long as we can place it well, go ahead and put it right there. Oh, and we don't even need to mess with that field yet. Alright, lumberjack, here we go. Plenty of trees still around. We are gonna want, go ahead and put one. I'm thinking right here should be good. Shouldn't get in the way of anything else. Go ahead and put this guy right there. Just in case we place another one over here, maybe it'll reach. And we have 2 more city centers, so we might as well, there's a hefty penalty for putting them next to each other. So we might as well put one kind of near over here. And then go ahead and place one over here. And we've already unlocked our next plus sign. But what can we do with this mill? We're gonna place it way out here on an island, a sub-island, and I think we might as well. It's 8 points. I don't think we'll be able to place any fields near it, but it's okay. We have this one to collect all of our fields. I am gonna see if it can fit right there, because I think that might be more advantageous. So we do get this undo, but it's only 1. We will eventually get it back, but not anytime soon. So that is too close. We put it up here, it doesn't reach that, and you can tell that now there is a sphere. It doesn't go straight down dome whenever we're trying to determine our bonuses. So on second thought, I'm gonna go ahead and see what we get next. Mason is pretty fun, but we have lots of sandy areas, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a brewing pack. We can get our brewer out here. I'm just gonna place him right down in the middle. Probably not the best idea, but you know what? This is a nice, chill game. Something that I really enjoy are games like this. Like I said, that you can just kind of relax, and there's no time limit. You can leave it here as long as you want to have a conversation with someone. Or you can use it as a quick break, because you can leave and come back to it and continue on from where you left off. So I think these are picking up. This type of game is picking up in popularity. I know that some people like to call them cozy games, and they absolutely are. They're pretty fun, pretty relaxing. Nice to play on rainy days or anything like that. Alright, let's go ahead and put some more fields in here. Will that take us? Yeah, that'll take us just barely to the next level. Alright, the shaman. these guys can come in with some major points. They get points for flowers. What else do they get points for? They get points for nearby statues, temples, flowers, seaweed fields, but then they lose for pretty much anything industry, like, or just a mason, a city center, and another shaman. So these shaman like to be out on their own, living it up, and they don't even want to be next to other shaman. So just checking to see around here where is the best place to put them. I think it's going to be down here on the, you can have a nice little seaside cottage there, its own private little rocky beach. So we can go, all these city dwellers can traverse the island and seek out his advice, and maybe he'll help them out. We do have a second shaman. Let's go ahead and put him right there. 15 points is pretty decent, considering this island, and we did put all these people near the flowers, but for that reason we might as well, cut out these flowers, because we're not going to put a shaman over here next to the city center. Another brickyard. We can place it -8 points over there. I'd like to get both of those in there, but I don't want to put anything too close to this brewery, because we'll get more hops fields. I don't know if it'll fit in there. If we move it right there, we'll be good. We will find out in the future. Go ahead and keep placing down some houses over here, building up our little commoner mansions. Well, not our commoner mansion, but our commoner village. Very, very nice. Ooh, fishers. I love the fishers because you can place them way out in the ocean, all far apart from each other, and they still get points, but they definitely get more points for being near city centers and statues. I'm gonna go ahead and place it right here, and if we get another one, we can place it kind of mirrored over here somewhere. Got some more houses to place down. And we fit one on the cliffside over here. Sometimes you can turn it just right and it slowly slides into place, and it's pretty satisfying, like a game of Tetris. Go ahead and start building up here. These can be the, the upper class commoners who get a nice cliff view. Either that or they're just not very social. Our rich little mansion goers are growing in size too. And we are almost topped out at our next island. Just almost. Still have this mill. Might as well place it down over there. And that unlocked our next island. So before we move on to the next island, I just want to check the timing of this recording. Make sure I'm not going too long. Alright, we can keep going for a few more minutes and see what this next island holds. Alright, now we are in a cold, snowy place. There's ice out here, and I don't think you can place anything on the ice. We'll have to find out here in a minute if we get something that's kind of water faring. We still have these nice little archways here. We do still have that gold deposit. We never used it in the last island, and like I said, it takes quite a while to get there. We're gonna grow some snowy plants, I guess, or some bricks. Let's go ahead and start with some bricks. And we can place this right along the edge there, and place that one there and this one over here, and they won't overlap. Alright, we didn't use the mason last time, and this looks like a really good place to use it. So these masons, they want to be on rocky areas like this. and they get bonuses for brickyards, statues, warehouses, towers, markets, city centers, plateaus, temples, walls, and they lose points for other masons and shaman. And so you can probably tell there are definitely some things in there that we have not made it to yet. I'm not sure we will make it to them in this video, but like I said, I encourage you to go check out this game. It is very cool. But we got more brickyards. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have so many bricks. These houses on this island better withstand the storm. It is like the Three Little Pigs, the third pig. He is the owner of this island, apparently. He said, we are only building houses out of brick. We can place it there and still net some points. And I do think that there's a possibility for you to like double up on pluses. I think that has happened to me when I am in the late stages of the game. But gotta be cranking out them points pretty hard to get there. And we can mix people in here. There's no rule that says you have to, you know, separate the houses from the mansions, but the mansions do get bonus for being next to other mansions, which is why I tend to create a nice little mansion village. This shaman is going to be fairly close to everybody, just because that seems like a place where we could get the most points from him. There's not too many flowers and stuff on this island. I'm just going to go ahead and place one way out here. It's 5 points. Help a little bit. But we definitely won't be getting any more. Should do it? Yes. And something that's really fun about these houses that I enjoy is they remind me of like Emperor's New Groove, like that kind of South America, Incan type dwellings. Just part of the world building to me seems really interesting, like what goes on in these villages. We're gonna have some ice fishers in this village. Go ahead and put one right here. And can we put one over here? Yes, we can, without getting too close to that other one. Fantastic. Alright, we got another mason, and we got plenty of brickyards now. But we want to space them out just in case we get more of them in the future, which we probably will. If you haven't noticed yet, it's like whatever you choose first, you keep getting more of that subsequently throughout the game. So in this game, we started with the brickyards, and we already have a lot of sand pits and brickyards going on. I'm gonna go ahead and start inching my way towards that city center. That doesn't really seem like it's the city center yet, but it will. We'll get over there eventually. Hopefully we can get enough points with all of these to get to the next plus sign. That should just barely do it. See, your early moves in this game really matter. Because later on you'll be kicking yourself when nothing adds up to get you the points that you need. This will do nicely. Got him a nice 27 bonus points right there. Did see that we might be getting a fountain option coming up soon, and those are super useful for spreading gaps between houses and mansions. To basically just make your neighborhoods nicer. So let's go ahead and spruce up our neighborhoods. Come to think of it, I don't know how this mountain's gonna keep going. I guess running water won't freeze in this Arctic climate that we're in. I also really appreciate that all the climates are not the same. We got some tropical, some snowy. I don't know what else there is off the top of my head. They're cool, nonetheless. A nice little courtyard for our mansions here with the fountain going on. What is this, a lumberjack? Yeah, let's go ahead and optimize points here. Not too close to them. Right there should be good. Alright, parks are pretty similar to fountains, but I want to show you guys some more different things. Let's do a hut this time. They get bonus for city centers, statues, shaman, fishers, and seaweed farms, but they don't like industry things. So, and they're pretty small, so they go nicely in these little crevices, and I believe that they don't get offended when they are near each other, but you also don't get a bonus. So you often end up with a bunch of them all lined up because that is the most advantageous way to place them. Alright, it's getting tight down here. Wonder what we can do to maximize our points. There's 13 is pretty good. Another 13. 11 is also pretty good. And we'll save that other house. Oh, I can't. Guess we need it. Might as well optimize for another 13 points. Plateau. I don't think we're ready for yet. Well, yeah, it might work out pretty well. It does exactly what it sounds like. It is a plateau that extends the land out. So it helps in situations like this where we want more houses near each other and more mansions near each other. So we can do something like that. And it gets base points, and then there's even other items, placements that like to be set near it or on top of it. Let's see what this hut will get us. A little hut village going on here. How many more points do we need? About, is that 17? 17 more points? What can we do? We get 17 more points. That's 7. We get 10. Yeah, we can get 16 just by placing this guy over here, which is not too shabby. Go ahead and do that. And we're gonna have to place our house somewhere. Right there should be good. Alright, let's keep going. I think we're definitely going to need some parks soon so that our houses get nice bonuses. And they do get bonuses for the trees being around, but that is not usually something I try to optimize. But right there, it definitely worked out. And unlike the fountains, these parks can come in different shapes and sizes, which is super helpful for filling in gaps that we might have left earlier. Is this another brickyard? I don't know how we are going to get more brickyards in here. Can we put it right here and it cuts out both of them? Maybe? Nope. But 14 is still pretty good for this late in this island to get that many points. So we got a house left. And it can go... I need to place it right there. Alright. Go ahead and do a tower. Towers are pretty cool things. They get bonus for temples, masons, balloons, statues, walls, houses, parks, and mansions. Kind of just like a fancy city center in my head. So placing it right here is pretty good. 33 points is not too shabby. But I want to put it on the edge of this just in case we get another tower. And we got some more fishers, so where can we put them without getting penalized? They have pretty wide reach, but not that wide. 0 points over here is -7, -9. Okay, we can get 11 points. There you go, Mr. Fisher. You are not in competition. Alright, can we get a... Yeah, here we go. Here's a long, slender park. Maybe we can fit it along here somewhere. I don't know if parks can go on the rocky area. I guess they can't. But it can go right there, and 10 points isn't terrible. Got some more fountains. I'm gonna go ahead and place it right here, because we will place some more mansions around it, and they can get those bonus points too. Seven points there, and then another fountain. 23 is pretty good. We can get 30 right there. Let's do it. Alright, our city is pretty big now. And you can tell we are not quite there to the next island. So let's see if this pack will do it. We do have a lot of industry things over here, so I think we'll go with a warehouse, which should benefit from all of those industry things. Yes. We got 26 if we put it right there. 23 if we take out that rock. And 21 over here. 26 sounds optimal to me. Place it right there. We got some more mansions to put around here. 12, 11. Won't fit that way. Won't fit that way. I think 12 is going to be the best we can do. And we unlocked our next island, but let's go ahead and finish out placing these. And now that we have unlocked our next island, there's really no pressure. We can place down these things however we see fit. Put a park on the plateau. Lumberjack. Where can we put another lumberjack? Over here near some trees, as long as they don't compete. And another sand pit. It's getting really hard with that. That gives us 9 points still, not too bad. Alright, so there we go. This is our third little island we have made. It is looking really nice. And I think I'll go ahead and call it quits right here. Maybe in the future I can show you some more of this game, but like I said, be sure to go and check out this game on Steam, and it may have even been released on other platforms now too. It was made by Grizzly Games, and that's Grizzly Games for video games. There is a Grizzly Games who makes board games, and I don't think that they related in any way. Their websites seem to be very different. But I'll have links in the description to let you guys go check out this game. It's super cool if you have not seen it before and you like this art style, you like the cozy games, be sure to go check it out. And maybe I'll see you in the next video for more island building action on Islanders. But let's take a nice view of our city building up one last time, and we will call it quits. See you in the next video. Bye.